3 people have been indicted, the first charged in the investigation into whether members of the Trump campaign colluded with Russia.
The White House insists none of this has anything to do with the president, and instead they're pointing fingers at the Clinton campaign. Now Hillary Clinton is pushing back. The president's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, and his deputy pleaded not guilty yesterday. Charges that included money laundering and conspiracy. Both are now under house arrest. Manafort's attorney dismissed the indictment against his client as, quote, ridiculous. Said there's no evidence that anyone colluded with Russia. In yet another twist, George Papadopoulos, a foreign policy advisor for the Trump campaign, was revealed to have pleaded guilty earlier this month. He admitted to lying about his dealings with the Russians to the FBI. White House insists investigators are looking in the wrong direction.
There's clear evidence of the Clinton campaign colluding with Russian intelligence to spread disinformation and smear the president to influence the election.
But we don't need a lengthy investigation to tell us that Trump is ignoring the intelligence community about an urgent threat.
Hillary Clinton there criticizing the president for not coming down harder on Russia. Clinton spoke at an event to promote her book last night. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle warned against calls to fire Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller or presidential pardons for those indicted. The White House suggested it has no plans to pursue either.
Netflix says it's troubled by Kevin Spacey allegations and plans to end the political drama of House of Cards after the upcoming 6th season. The decision to end the show was apparently made months ago, but the announcement came after the show's star, Kevin Spacey, was accused of sexually assaulting a teenage boy in 1986. Spacey issued a statement late Sunday claiming that he did not recall the incident but apologized for what would have been inappropriate, drunken behavior. He also spoke publicly for the first time about being gay. The final House of Cards episodes are still in production, and Netflix is exploring a possible spin-off. Well, Election Day is 1 week away. Voters in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and many other communities will be deciding on local races, including mayor.
Yesterday, 5 candidates for mayor of Minneapolis squared off in a debate at Minnesota Public Radio. It included Representative Raymond Dean, Councilmember Jacob Fry, Tom Hoke, Mayor Betsy Hodges, and Nikema Levy-Pounds. Esme Murphy has the takeaways.
This is a ranked choice election. Voters will be asked for their first, second, and third choice, and that may account for the few direct attacks by the candidates on one another. Councilmember Jacob Fry did disparage current Mayor Betsy Hodges, but not by name.
Over the last several years, Minneapolis has been in the news for a lot of the wrong reasons. We've got a 200% uptick in violent crime and specifically shootings. We've had some of the worst police community relations in a long time. We have an affordable housing crisis.
Hodges made her case by citing progressive policy accomplishments.
We now have minimum wage and earn sick and safe time in Minneapolis.
Attorney and civil rights activist Nikema Levy-Pounds repeatedly hammered on ending the socioeconomic divide between whites and people of color.
I am tired of reading studies that show that we are at the bottom in terms of the quality of life for people of color.
How do I feel about my
Attorney Tom Hoke tangled with Hodges on housing financing. Hoke wants neighborhood-based policing.
And our job is to make sure that we are working with neighborhoods to ensure that those outcomes are met.
Representative Raymond Dean called for more affordable housing units to be built.
And right now, the rental market is it's out of control.
None of the candidates would name who they would like their supporters to back as second or third place choices. But Mayor Hodges did single out opponents Dean and Levy-Pounds for their contributions to the campaign debates. Esme Murphy, WCCO 4 News.
In all, there are 16 candidates running for mayor of Minneapolis. In a press release, NPR says it chose these 5 to take part in the debate based on the financial strengths of their campaigns.
Twin Cities drivers will need to find another way around a section of Highway 55 for the next 2 weeks. A problematic storm sewer tunnel prompted transportation officials to shut down a quarter mile of the highway. The section between Van Wyck Memorial Boulevard and West Lyndale Avenue will be closed until November 13th. Traffic will be detoured to Highway 100 and 394. The work will prepare for the upcoming light rail project, which will extend the Blue Line to Brooklyn Park. The total cost of the project is expected to top $1.5 billion.
Minnesota now has nearly 200 roundabouts, and a new study says You may not like them, you may be annoyed by them, you may not know how to drive in them, but they do reduce serious injuries and traffic deaths. MnDOT released those findings yesterday. Studied intersections before and after they were converted, found an 86% drop in the fatal crash rate, nearly as big of a drop in the serious injury rate. So far, there has not been a multi-vehicle fatality crash in a Minnesota roundabout. MnDOT officials say construction costs for roundabouts are comparable to conventional intersections, adding that the life cycle costs are generally lower.